Greetings, everybody. It's Mr.Captrik here. We're back with Max Payne. We are going to be doing we're on part 2 now. We're going to do Prologue in Chapter 1. And here's the nightmare. And I'll just let Max play this out here for us. Of course, the nightmare is... Well, it's not a bad part, but it can get annoying. Fortunately, though, I know the route, so...
Lisa Punchinello. Lisa Punchinello was the Don's wife.
Mona Sachs. Lisa's evil twin.
Your safety's off, evil twin. You might hurt someone with that gun of yours.
Lisa's the damsel in distress. I'm the professional. I'd blow you away without batting an eye.
Sure, and you can check out my credentials splattered all over this joint.
Jack couldn't have framed you. Not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Punchinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact.
I've got my sources.
I don't have a clue these days. I just shoot them as they come. Who put a contract on the Archfiend?
This one's mine. I hate the guts of that sadistic wife-beater. Why not pool our bullets for this one?
I thought you'd never ask. My finger was starting to twitch.
How do you like your whiskey?
I'm easy, as long as you don't try to slip me a Mickey.
You're a real angel, Max.
It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey going down.
Nothing personal. Can't risk you going berserk and getting Lisa killed.
The nightmare was always the same. Violent shapes moving in darkness, old and ugly. The killer's mad laughter was a riddle filled with wicked innuendo. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
Okay, so, what is there to say? You know, when I said it's annoying, however, I do love it because we're in a dream, so you can see, oh, I can jump higher, right? Like I'm on the moon. What's annoying about this? Really, this is actually a great sequence, but what gets annoying is the part where we have to follow the blood trail to the bedroom. Or the baby's room, right? I mean, you know, just, you know, like, it just, you know, it's not difficult. And for some reason, I've always just known this path when we get onto the blood trail. But it's not that it's any complex route or anything. It's just quite simple. But what gets annoying is, you know, you only have a very limited width of space as you're traversing the blood trail, right?
Should have known it when we found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
And that's just, you know, so that's, you know, if you aren't really proficient with the controls and you're still a little sloppy, that can, you know, you'll fall off and you have
Michelle looked at me from the photo. The pictures were filled with good old times. Alex and I had a few moments of glory between us. Crime-fighting comrades, the best in NYPD DEA collaborative team. Good-hearted macho bullshit like that. I would have given anything to have him here as my backup. No such luck. No luck at all. The Payne family. Happiness captured in a Polaroid moment. I had thought it would last forever, till death do us part. I didn't want to think about it. As long as I didn't, it could never happen. But I had broken my own rule. The thought had already slipped in. Fear was rusty needles poking at my brain. Cold and scaly, it slithered down my chest.
Captain Baseball backwards, my favorite.
So as you can see, it's probably, in terms of in-game dimensions, it's probably about a foot to either side of Max that he can go from center there. But if you just keep him on center, you're good. I could be doing this quicker, but again, I didn't want to. I just wanted to get it done in one go. You can see that sometimes too, it feels like it tries to push you off. I'm sure that's part of the game. It's visually it's striking, it's wonderful, but again, if you just get a little sloppy and you're not on point, you're gonna fall off. And right here, we're roughly about probably halfway through when I make this next jump. Be about halfway through it, and you don't get reset. The baby's crying, all this noise in the background. The memories in Max's head. It gets very annoying. But like I said, interestingly enough, every time I played this game, like when I played this game for the first time, I just knew, I naturally gravitated toward the path. I'm not saying that it's not that difficult of a path to take, but thank God, because if you go the other ways, it's just such a waste of time. So just knowing the way to go right off the bat is super helpful. But again, see, you're not gonna catch me just full blown right there. Like, there are parts where it tries to push you off, which is dangerous. This is a very dangerous part of the game. It's good. I think it's a fantastic part, but yeah, if you fall off like 10 times, you might as well just say forget it and come back to it tomorrow. It's just how annoying it gets. Especially if you start falling off like over and over and over repeatedly. The baby, cries and screams and wails and just it like hurts you. But anyway, there's the doorway. We've completed it. We're good for now. And eventually I'll get my thumbs back on this, where I will go full on run this thing. But until then, hey, we did it. We made it. Good deal.
No, please, God, no.
Now the letter blocks are gonna start spelling out a word. This is die. I tried here to show you as best we could. I think we did a good job. But yeah, this is just a fun part. I wasn't sure if there was anything, I'd ever missed in here, so I sort of took just a little bit of extra time just to make sure. But I love this sequence, this nightmare sequence. You're all hopped up on V. It's, this is great, very surreal.
Dice them, shoot them full of holes, blow them to bits, vaporize them, disintegrate them. No matter what you do, they'll still be back good as new.
Michelle's diary lay on the table. Michelle was working part-time in the district attorney's office. Her diary was open on today's entry, her handwriting all pretty curves.
An army dossier found its way to my desk yesterday. Valhalla? Isn't that a Norse myth? Something about Vikings? I tried to tell Max about it, but he was busy, that cute frown on his brow. Guess it's nothing, just a mix-up at the courier service.
From now on, I would always find time for her. It was a hollow promise. Too little, too late.
So you see, we're uncovering more of the story, plots fleshing itself out. Very cool stuff. A very, very good story.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Murderer! You killed her! Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
And now, back to reality here with the baseball bat in Chapter 1.
I woke up in a bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain.
Max Payne. I envy your name.
And the killer was smiling.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me, for example. I love to watch cartoons. Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
You play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for her pretty face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue. I felt like the chair I had broken to get free. All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood.
So yeah, now we're getting some payback with the bat. I'm probably not going to talk for any more of Chapter 1 here.
Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
It's pretty straightforward. Let's take it from where it is. It's just a really fun part. I do like, though, how now your bat is his bat. It is the baseball bat with now your blood on it. So it's cool. Fun little things. But yeah, I'll let Max take care of it for the rest. All right, take care of it, Max.
Yo! Hey! What the?
newspaper caption for a murder scene. Frankie had left his calling card, a Captain Baseball bat boy strip, next to a sewer passage filled with bodies.
You'd better not mess with Captain Baseball Bat Boy. Even my archenemy, Bicycle Helmet Girl, swoons at the sight of me. Aha!
There were enough corpses to put a mass murderer to shame. Things were fast going from bad to worse. The men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape. The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it. That crazy witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's friggin' bad. To the trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news.
There he is!
More evidence that Punchinello didn't like us much.
The fact remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news. Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the trouble he's caused. Frankie, I know I can trust you to give this matter the dedication it needs.
What the?
The hotel bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
Fine by me. This works out just as well.
Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. Had enough. I don't play with girls anyway. Unfair!
I spotted the tail as soon as I left the hotel. A big black Mercedes. I had seen the car before. That time it had heralded impressive explosions. Vladimir was back.
Bang. You're dead, Max Payne.
I might have laughed if I remembered how. What's this supposed to be? Cops and robbers? Look, you want something with me? Get in line.
Peace, man. Relax. You know you are a real news item. Armed and dangerous. I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
It's a bum rap. I've been framed.
That's a moot point. Whatever you did or did not do, I'm sure you had good reason for doing it. Want to hear me out?
I'm listening.
Well, there you go. It's chapter 1. We'll do chapter 2 and chapter 3 next time. I hope you enjoyed this, and take care of yourselves.